Farmers in Mexico are struggling to get avocados across the border as they experience a gas shortage.
23 ABC's Daniela Garita joining us in studio to break down how this could affect the avocado supply. Daniela?
That's right, Mike and Danielle. A domino effect could be impacting our avocados. Earlier this month, the president of Mexico cut off pipelines in what he says will stop cartels from stealing gas. What does this have to do with avocados? Well, take a look.
According to the Vice President of Industries for California's Avocado Commission, 80% of the avocado supply in the United States comes from Mexico.
California supplies around 10 to 15%.
California may produce 100% of the Hass avocados in the United States, but that's only 10 to 15% of the country's distribution. The majority comes from Mexico. Earlier this year, the Association of Avocado Producers and Exporters of Mexico released a statement saying there are limitations or delays in transportation.
Leading up to the Super Bowl, there is concern about supplies coming in from Mexico, which supplies the majority of the fruit sold during the Super Bowl. And that has to do with the situation involving gas in Mexico and the ability to move the fruit into the U.S.
The Super Bowl is one of the busiest seasons of the year for the Mexican avocado industry, expecting to ship about 1,000 truckloads per week ahead of the February 3rd kickoff. But Mexico's president's decision to cut off pipelines has transporters waiting in massive lines for a tank of gas, causing production delays.
It really boils down to ensuring that you've got harvest labor contractors there in the field. The workers can get there to the groves and harvest the fruit, and then obviously the necessary truck transportation to bring them up into the U.S.
But according to the California Avocado Commission, production is moving as usual for now.
Regular gasoline is really in demand right now in Mexico, but what we heard yesterday was that the diesel, they've got a good supply of diesel fuel, which would be necessary to get the fruit brought in on the trucks into the U.S.
The commission also says hiked prices do not have to do with Mexico's delays, but rather California's labor standards.
And here in California, input costs are very, very high compared to other production areas. We have some very, very high standards when it comes to employment practices, which equate to higher costs.
We reached out to multiple businesses in Kern County, and they say they have yet to feel the effect of an avocado shortage. Live in studio, Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC.